Okay, welcome everybody to Tuesday training. We're a little later than usual, but I am Peg Wilson, and the topic for tonight is going to be the harvest collection and getting you ready with your pre-orders. And we're going to show you how to get them in the system and how to keep things organized so that you can get in, get out, and hopefully get everything you need without missing anything. So, who here has pre-orders? Beautiful. Okay. All right, if you don't have pre-orders, you can watch this for the holiday pre-orders, because come the holiday stuff, we're all going to have some pre-orders for the holiday stuff. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I take all of my orders. So I'm just going to show you, I have these little lists here. So I get all of my orders and write them up. Now, this particular one, I have certain orders that are going to be direct shipped, and then I have certain orders that are local customers that are going to pick up from me. Okay, so I have enough of the orders that are the customers that are going to pick up from me to make a $500 party. And then the other ones that have to be direct shipped, I have $330. So I'm going to show you the way that I did these. Now, there's two different schools of thought. If you do not have enough to make a party, you might want to put them in as individual orders and attach them to your party. Okay, that takes a little bit more time than putting it in as a party. But if you are putting them in as a party, the only way to get those orders to go through is closing out that party. So you have to have some forethought and know you have to add up your PRV so that you know what you're getting in hostess credits and have all that stuff predetermined as well, so that you can get all that stuff in there, get in, get out. Does that make sense? Okay, does that make sense to anybody? Anybody have any questions where we are there? Okay, so now some of my customers that are ordering other items as well. I have a couple of people who are ordering 6-packs, and they're not just ordering the harvest collection items. So what I did is I set up the party and put each of the customers in there, like all the ones on, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to share screen. So I'm going to show you how I set them up in the system. And what I did is I collected all their payments beforehand. So it's up to you how you want to handle that. I personally use Venmo. And I had 2 customers that gave me their credit card information. So the ones that gave me their credit card information, I'm going to wait until after I put that order through, and then I'm going to run their credit cards through Square, just so that I can put everything on my card. I don't have to worry about the money being there, the money not being there. I'm going to run everything through my card and then transfer everything from Venmo over to pay my card off. Okay, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So your payment of method that you're going to use is totally up to you, but I definitely always collect the money beforehand, because and I tell them when it's a pre-sale, I need the money up front. I tell them I've got almost $1,000 worth of orders here. I don't have $1,000 to put out of my pocket for these people. And I always tell everybody when I'm taking pre-orders that if for some reason these are limited time offers, and if for some reason they should sell out, I will refund their money promptly. So I preface everything with that so we don't have anybody getting angry. And since we're talking about everybody getting angry, let's all remember these are limited time offers. They may run out. There is no pumpkin emergency, just like there was, remember our stitch emergency? There's no stitch emergency. There's no pumpkin emergency. There is no Jack the Nightmare Before Christmas emergency. People are not going to die if they don't get their Jack. I know you all think they are, but I swear they are not going to. And the truth of the matter is, you can usually find it from somebody else on the team, somebody else, so don't lose your mind if things aren't available. Okay, so let's start right there. Don't lose your mind. It's not an emergency. All right, so now I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can everybody see this? Okay, I'm going to go to my orders. Okay, so here's my open orders. As you can see, got a lot of stuff going on this month. So here's what I did with my individual orders. So my individual orders, I made a party called Fall in Love with Scentsy here. Okay, so these are all my individual orders. These are all the people that I need to check out that are part of that party. And then I had these 2 people here who have personal shopping links open. So theirs are going to their own personal shopping links. Now you can see some of these people have stuff in there because they're ordering things that are other than the harvest collection that I already put in there. It was easy for me to do that. So here I'm going to go to Barbara's order. So here's Barbara's order, and Barbara ordered a 6-pack of wax. Plus she also wants the enchanted pumpkin warmer. So now I'll just have to go back, type in enchanted pumpkin, boom, I'll close her out. Okay, everything's being paid by me, so it's already saved in my computer and I can just go pay, boom, pay, boom, pay. Okay. So that's my individual orders and that's the way I set them up. So they're already there, everything's available and I can just go in and out. Now, what I do is that my biggest order are the ones that are being shipped to me. So I will process that first. Okay, so that is this online orders. So I'm going to open this up and here's my online orders. So I have all of these customers already in there. Anybody that had things that they were ordering, this girl's not ordering anything harvest. She was ordering a couple of flowers. So she just happens to be in there as well. And then I have all these people in there. You can see my PRV is just $128. But if you look at this, let me see where I can, if you look at this, so you can see here's my individual items for each person. And you can see it adds up. I think it's over here. Here we go. It adds up to $608. So I calculated everybody's PRV. Does everybody know how to do that? I know there's some newbies here that might not necessarily know how to do that. If anybody doesn't, do you understand, Barbie?
No.
Okay. All right. So here's my order from Lisa. Okay. So here's my order from Lisa.
Mhm.
The PRV is just the base amount. So the 55 and the 30 are adding up to 85. Whoops.
Right.
It's hard for me to 85. So 85 is my PRV. That's what I'm
Okay.
putting on my list here. That's what I'm putting on my list here for Lisa. So here's Lisa and here's her 85. So that's what
Okay.
you're adding up. You're adding up your PRV. So that the PRV is what you're earning hostess credits on. And that's what you're going to check out based on that PRV. So that's going to show up here in your party summary. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I want to make sure everybody understands every step of the way before we move on. Does that make sense to you, Barbie?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, so on my order form, like even though I'm just counting that $85 on my order form, it's giving her her total and 95.16 is what I collected from her. Now this particular person, because she's a regular customer of mine and my order got over $500 when she paid me, I didn't have $500 in order. So I charged her shipping. I'm actually going to refund her or give her a credit for the shipping that she paid because my order is going to go in without shipping. But normally when I take all the orders, I always charge everybody based on whether I'm shipping it to them directly. I charge the regular shipping rate. If it's coming to me, I charge them a 5% shipping. And then if it winds up that I get $500 in orders, I'll reimburse them that or give them a product credit. It's easier to reimburse them than to keep track of the product credits, but it depends on whether you want to refund their money or you want to keep it. I try not to do that, but okay. So does this make sense to everybody? Now I'm going to go in here when this comes due. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pop open Lisa and I'm going to plug right in here what Lisa ordered. So Lisa's ordering the very superstitious warmer. So I'm going to plug in the very superstitious order. I'm going to go boom right to the next person. I'm going to plug in what they want. Boom right to the next person. Plug in what they want, and then my hostess credits are going to show up. Make sure you remember your perpetual reward. So I already have down here what I want. So can you see? So I already have written down what I want. I figured out what my credits are. So here is, there we go. So here's my credits. I added one more, but you can see my credits right here are, I can't read that backwards, 91.20. And then I have 3 half price items and 1 perpetual reward. So here's my 4 half price items that I'm going to get written down. And here's the free items that I'm going to get. And I'd only added up to 85. So now I had 83, and then I just added another order to this, which took it up to the 608. So I have more credits. So I'm just going to order some of the Jack bars. So I've got all that figured out in advance. I could do the same thing with the ones that are being shipped and just mark in here, ship direct, ship direct, ship direct, and put it in my order. But since I hit the 500, I chose to do it as a second one, and I'm not going to close that party right away. I'll wait and get that party to 500. So I'm maximizing my hostess credits as well. You can choose, if I have all these open parties, I could choose to put, this towards somebody else's party if I want to.
How
If I
do
want
you
to get
do
one of
that?
those. So
How do
I
you
would do the
attach
same.
it to someone else's party? I don't understand
Okay,
that.
so I'm going to show you here. Okay, so here I'm going to do an individual order. Here it is, individual order. So I'm going to put in my friend Barbie. So here's Barbie Sue. So Barbie Sue, I'm going to attach to a party, and I'm just going to select the party that I'm going to attach your order to.
Oh, okay.
So you just choose. So if I decided to put you in Danielle's party, here it tells me you're in Danielle's party, whether I want to ship it to me or I want to ship it to you. I do save and continue. Here I am, and I can start adding your stuff.
Okay.
That's what I did with all of those that I attached them to that party that says fall in love with Scentsy here. Okay, questions?
So once it's attached to a
Lauren.
party,
Go ahead, finish Barbie, then we'll go to Lauren.
so once it's attached to a party, and then you, what do you just go to that party and then you go under the name and then put down what they want?
So here, so all of these individual orders, this is just like if somebody ordered off your website.
Oh,
This is
okay,
a
all
new
right.
feature doing the individual order. Before
Mhm.
we had to go out, so if web ready to close, I would go out to my website, I would put the order in under your, it would close out.
Wait,
I'm
I
getting
can't-
internet unstable. Can you guys still hear me? I'm getting internet unstable. Are we
Yes.
good?
How's
Okay.
it first time?
All right, so before, that's what we used to have
Right, next time you come over, remind me to give you a key.
to order. And what it's doing is when this order is processed, it's going to show up just like this. So
I don't know which one it is.
Fi-
I didn't even
Peg,
think
you're
about it.
stuck, and Nancy, you're not on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Am I unstuck?
You are now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so if I go into Danielle's party, you could see Danielle has $302 in orders.
Uh-huh.
So this is where those orders would show up.
Okay.
So those orders would actually show up underneath here after I process them. So I don't have to close Danielle's party out. And if anybody, I know you're probably looking, there's $302 in orders, but only $190 in credit. Anybody who did anybody pick up on that? You
No.
picked up on that?
Yeah.
The reason that is because it was an order that I placed and it was for a bunch of supplies.
Hmm.
So technically, all of these things that were supplies, they didn't get, she doesn't get credit for those, but it still shows up as order total.
Now, okay, so how do you then attach the supplies? Because I've purchased supplies.
Supplies you
and-
don't get hostess credit for.
No, I know that, but then it's like two separate, I mean, I feel like I keep paying shipping, because I'm not combining things.
Okay, so what you want to do is you want to do like I did here. So this was an individual order, and let me cover that real quick. So this was an individual order. Okay, so here's my individual order. You can see, so I ordered a bunch of these things that are business supplies, but then I also ordered some flowers and some scent circles. Okay, so the only thing that she's getting credit for are the scent circles and the flowers. She's not getting PRV, hostess credits for any of the things that I posted, these are from the store. But I combined them and put in one order. So the way that I did that is I just chose individual order and then typed in what I wanted.
So you, from the individual order, you can go to the consultant store?
Right, so look, so
Because I always just go to the consultant store and put it in my bag.
So
then-
here is I just put myself in as an individual order. I'm going to attach it to this fall in love with Scentsy. I'm going to do save and continue. And then I'm going to start typing in the things that I want. You can't go to the store, but you can type it in.
Oh, okay, all right.
So here's the frosted mug's not going to come up. Maybe they sold out. Yeah, I guess they sold out. So let's do keychain. Okay, so if I type in keychain, they all come up. So what I usually do is you have to put in the correct words. So I always go out to the consultant store, make a list of the things that I want, and then I create an individual order, add it to, you can add it to a party too. So
Okay.
instead of doing this as an individual order, I could go in here to my open parties,
Uh-huh.
go into edit orders, add a guest, and add yourself. So add a guest, add myself. And the same thing,
Okay, so what
Um,
happens if you're already the host of the party?
doesn't matter. So if you're already a host, so I can do it one of two ways. Here, I added myself as a guest. So in
Uh-huh.
here, I could put keychain,
Oh, all right.
okay? Or I could do it up here as retail item, keychain. And the same thing will come up.
Okay.
Because here you see I'm the host under Margaret, but Scentsy smart enough to know that it's also me under Peg, because I
Uh-huh.
set my system up to call me Peg. Okay, does that make
All
sense?
right. Yep.
So then that'll save you on shipping, and you could do it like when you're checking out a party and you're trying to order business supplies out of that
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so
way. Okay,
much.
so we got a little off track, but Lauren, you were next. You had a question?
Well, mine doesn't really, well, sort of, it pertains to it. So I have somebody who wants to pre-order Jack, the Buddy
Okay.
Jack, but she
Yes.
wants to use a
That
credit
one
card.
doesn't- Right.
Right.
So I don't have Square.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to invoice her on PayPal, but it's telling her that
Over to
she
my
has to
desk.
pay like a service fee or something for it.
Okay,
I guess
so
we-
what you can do is you can take her credit card information, and at the checkout, you could put in her credit card information.
Yeah.
It takes
I
a
just
little
didn't
bit
know
more
if there was a
time to do
way
that.
around that to kind of just do it all in like one, but
Yeah, there's not really a way that you can do that.
okay. So I'll
So,
just get her card info and put that in first separate and then the rest all of mine and then close out the party.
Right, right.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Patty?
Thank you.
By doing it this way, everyone would need to know the exact name of the products. Like, you can't just type in Nightmare Before Elm Street, listen to me, Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's interesting.
Right.
And
what
then
I
have
do-
the things come up, like,
Right,
so make sure
I-
you know the name,
Right.
like, okay, I just want to be
Have
sure
your
that I
brochure.
wasn't missing something with
Right.
that.
have your brochure with you, because you don't want to look at, we don't want to say, oh, that cutout pumpkin on the front. You want to know that that is the paranormal. So
Right.
you want to make sure that you know that when you're starting out. So everything, and that's the way I write up my order forms. I write up my order forms with the exact name that I have to punch in. So then when I'm looking at my order forms, it's not going to say, I want the scary cat. Whoop, scary cat. It's going to say, I want the very superstitious. And I mean, so you have to make sure that you know that. And the same thing, make sure that you know the things like, so make sure that you're aware that the bars only come as a 3-pack. But yet the pods you can get individually. They're the same fragrances in the pods, in the flowers, and in the bars are all the same fragrances, but you can get everything else individually, but the bars come as a 3-pack and the hand soap comes as a 3-pack. So make sure you know all of that when you're starting out. And the same thing with the oil. The oil is a 3-pack. Okay, the cleaning is a bundle. Whoops, the cleaning is a bundle. You could buy this soak and the sugar scrub separately. So just make sure you have all that stuff written down beforehand. And also make sure that you have looked at the list of the things that are not available yet. You don't want to be delaying yourself by not realizing that certain things aren't available. So let's talk about that. The Oogie Boogie Casino. Oops, where's Oogie Boogie? Oogie Boogie Casino. That can be ordered, but it is going to be back ordered right away. But you can order that tomorrow. You can order the lock, shock, and barrel. That's available for order. Jack and Sally are available for order. Jack comes with the Jack's Obsession scent pack, and Sally comes with Halloween Town scent pack. All of these, the Oogie Boogie, what's his name, Zero, and the Mayor are all back ordered. So you can't order them yet. You can order all of the wax. And if anybody's asking, somebody asked today, the wax each has 4 different covers to it. So there is Jack's Obsession, there is Halloween Town, and then there's Roll of the Dice. So make sure you know that's what they're called. Jack's Obsession, Halloween Town, and Roll of the Dice are 3 different fragrances that are available, all under the Nightmare Before Christmas. You can do a bundle, so you can do the license bundle. There's a 3-pack license bundle, and there's a 6-pack license bundle. So you can do the bundle and save with them, but you don't get to pick the cover. The cover, there's 4 different covers available. They just send them to you randomly. And each one, what were they calling them? They were calling them the chase ones. So
Yeah, the chase.
Each one has a chase one, which is kind of like a holographic special edition sort of one. And I've had people message me and they're like, yeah, I want the holographic one. And I'm like, yeah, well, I can't help you there. If I get a holographic one and somebody specifically requested it, I'll try to make sure that they get that one. But we have no, it's just random that they send them to you. So make sure you're aware of that to tell your customers. Oh, and Mini Jack is also available to order now. The big is not available to order. I saw some people floating pictures around with the big Jack and the little Jack, but that's not available. And the only other thing that is not available is the leaf one right there. So that mini leaf one is not available to order yet either. Everything else in here, you are able to order. Okay. Oh, and I'm a liar. The buddies, the Bitty Buddies and Frank Enstein, they are not available to order yet either.
Is this a normal thing?
They want to get right away. Who's good? Who was that asking?
I asked if that was normal to have
For
a lot,
those
all
things to
these
be
products
delayed?
on back order.
No, that's not normal. It's because of shipping delays. It's coming, a lot of the stuff is coming from overseas, and it's the shipping delays that are causing those problems.
Okay.
Okay. So, any other questions about putting things in the system? Does everybody understand that? Do you need me to review anything else? It's pretty self-explanatory. It sounds real nice and easy until you try and do it, then you confuse the crap out of yourself. So I found that the easiest way is to write up my individual order forms, even the ones that are being shipped direct. I have those. I make photocopies of my order forms, or I made these years ago that were just, blank order forms. So even my ones that are being shipped direct, I make these order forms just so that I could keep my organization straight. And I know what I'm doing when I'm putting them in the system. It just makes it easier. Then as I add each thing, I check it off. And you could see on some of the ones that I've already, where's some of the ones that I already put in? Some of the ones that I've already put in, I've already checked them off on my order form. So this lady wanted bathroom cleaner. I've already checked it off because I know I already put it in the system. And then as I add her other stuff, I'll check it off, move on to the next, check it off. So hoping that we can get in and out as quickly as we can. And once you've got your orders in, get out of the system so you leave space for somebody else to get in. Okay. How you guys feeling? Feeling good? Feeling good? We all got this? All right. Any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. I am going to stop screen sharing. All right. And I think, I hope that that's helpful. I hope that it keeps you organized. Hey, Stephanie, I just saw you came in. Hi. And we have Carol here too. Hi, Carol. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Sarah. You guys all popped on after. I hope that this helps keep everybody organized and gives you some different options on how to do it. You find out what works best for you. But Barb, so it's not normal that we have all of these things that are back ordered right off the get-go. That's usually but in this instance, it's just because they're having problems with, getting merchandise. Everybody's having problems with getting merchandise. My mother just went to get a car and there's like no cars available. And she paid $5,000 more than she did for a car 2 years ago. That's older. Isn't that nuts? But that is the state of the world right now. So if nobody else has any questions on that, I'm going to just stop the recording. Are we good?
Good.